thought I'd clock in and give you another gardening update before it started to feel a bit of a chore, because I've got loads of clips that I've filmed as I've gone out shopping and stuff, and I don't want it to build up anymore. So 2 weeks ago, if you remember, I was talking about harvesting my first ever cabbages, which I did, and it was a whopper.
Wow! Look at that beauty! Massive!
And we ended up having a Sunday roast. I couldn't quite get a really decent piece of meat from my local shop, so I just had to use some bird's eye chicken or something like that. But it was still very nice. And then we finally ate the potatoes. They were, oh my god, they were the sweetest, most delicious salad potatoes ever. And I totally agree with what I read last week, was supermarkets, they're more interested in how it looks, whether it looks a perfect potato. They don't really care about it being the best tasting potato. It's got to have buyer appeal. So definitely grow your own. Then I went to B&M because they had a huge sale on the greenhouses, and annoyingly I missed out on my biggest greenhouse. They were selling those ones for $4.99. I ended up buying some tomato grow bag ones for I think $1.99 each. Hello boy. And I bought 3 of those for next year. And then the beginning of this week I bought a hose pipe. So I'm currently in B&M because I want a hose pipe, so hopefully I can find one. They knew I would come in. And it broke within the first use, so I ended up taking it back and getting a hose lock one from B&M, and that was $29.99, and I have not looked back. That has been brilliant. That has saved so much time watering my plants. So I'll just go around hosing it all, and which leads to the other issue, that my cabbages have now started to attract caterpillars. They won't leave them alone. So I had to buy some insecticide, if I've said that right. Again, B&M, I live there, and I've been spraying it every now and again. You've got to do it every so many days. But most of my cabbages have got holes in them, so I've been blasting them with a hose pipe. I've had fun with that. And I managed to harvest some of my courgettes, and although courgettes aren't tasty to me, they really do bulk up a meal if you want to eat loads of veg. So I seem to be able to harvest them every other day. So we're going to go to a wedding at the weekend, and I'm going to harvest some for relatives and give some cabbages away. In my last gardening update, my tomato plants were all in my conservatory, and it got very hot in there. The plants were getting really tall, so I've actually decided to bring them all out, every one of them. So I've got tomato plants. Those are all my tomato plants. I've got loads. And great news, I have some tomatoes. And a huge thank you to Beth, who identified that I needed to prune them. I did do some more research in the end and learnt that I had to trim little things that were sticking out here, which look like growths in armpits, and I went to do that to all of them, but annoyingly I did have an accident with one of them and I cut the flowers off. So but everything else is fine. And then most of these plants are actually from the conservatory as well. And I have chilies and aubergines, which the aubergines are just not doing anything. And the main reason I brought the chili and the aubergine plants out here from the conservatory is because they were getting bugs all over them, and I kept having to spray them, and I have to say it's completely stopped. There's nothing on them anymore, which is brilliant. And if you remember this old spot here, which was where I grew potatoes, I planted butternut squashes, and to be honest, they haven't really done well at all. A few of them have died, and this is a more recent one I've put in. And I bought this self-watering herb planter for 99p from a charity shop. It is missing its base, but I can't wait to use that. And I think it's about time to take some of the stuff out of the greenhouse. There's a lot of seedlings that are still not doing a great deal, and these sunflower seedlings need to come out now because I'm watering them every day and I just don't think they're handling it well in here anymore. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you've got any tips then please let me know in the comments below, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks again, bye!